Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be making something and I wanted to use some photo turns. Now I have a lot of photo turns. Well, I've got a little bottle full, I guess that's a lot, because they're quite small and I've got all different ones. Photo turns I used to use in my scrapbooking and I haven't really used them since. So rather than leaving them there, I thought I would use them. Now this one has actually got a little sharp point on it. I'm not sure if you can see that. You probably can. Just here, let me get my tool. Just here on the end, it actually goes around to the side. Can you see how that curves around to the side? I'll move my fingers out of the way. You're probably going to see it better. And, oh, hang on, that's it. I've got it in the right angle. So it's straight and then it curves at the end here toward the right hand side, and that is what holds the things in place. So what the idea is that you put a brad through here and then this would hold, it would catch on whatever it was folded over, and then you turn it back and forth to release that item, and hence the word photo turn, because you would normally put them on a photo. I do have a couple of photos that I will be using to put things on, but I just thought I would also do something with this envelope. And then I also have some brads here. Now that's the sort that's got the little point on it. These ones here, these are just flat. They're actually raised on the front edge and the back of them is flat, so that they just turn like that. But anyway, I'm going to use both of those, or different ones, and make something with this envelope. And I've also got a couple of photos that I'll be using. This is just a standard craft envelope. It's I think it's 3.5 inches by 5. I'm going to use it up this way, so it will go into the journal that way, and I won't be sticking the flap down because that's the thing that I want to put the photo turn on. So I'll actually be sticking the back of it into the book, and then I'll be having things in here. I've got some tickets out and I've got a few other things, so let's get going. I'm going to start with some tissue paper. So I have this tissue paper and I need a bit of tape so I can bring the backing up. It's got a botanical theme. It's a really nice serviette, this one. I'll just get that through there and put that off, and then through the next layer. It's 2 layered or 3 plied in total, and I want to take 2 of them off so that I just go down to the thin serviette that is on the front. And I throw this stuff away because I don't think that it is that nice to use, but I know some people might use it. That bit goes in the bin for me. And now I'm going to put some down onto the envelope. Now, I wouldn't have to do this. The envelope really doesn't need anything. It's quite lovely in its own right, but it's always nice to decorate things up a bit, I think. So first of all, I'm adding some matte medium down and just putting it up to the edge here and just sort of dopping it around like that. And now I will tear some of this and put onto that matte medium. I'm going to start here and put a bit more matte medium on top. Oh, so this needs to really show through. So you're basically almost creating a transparency by putting matte medium on the top of it. And that's how they work best. So if there's nothing underneath, just add a little bit more matte medium and then do that again. I'm not necessarily wanting to cover every single piece of it, but I do want to make sure that my flowers and my greenery that's on here is up the right way. I'll just put this little bit on here and overlap that. The reason I'm overlapping is because I've got that straight edge there and I really don't want a straight edge as such. Let's get a bit off here and put a bit in here too. And because I don't want that straight edge, I'll tear that off before I cover up the next bit. Now I will just set this aside to dry a little bit before I keep working on it. Let's put that to one side. And now I'll grab the photos. So I thought I would do a similar thing with the photos, and I haven't really done this on the photos before, but why not try it? I'm going to start by taking a bit more of this tissue off. And I thought I could put that over the bottom of the photo just to create a bit of interest on the photo as well. As I said, haven't done it, don't know if it'll work, but I'm giving it a go. A matte medium down where you want the tissue to go. And of course you don't have to use serviettes for this. You could use any sort of other tissue paper. You could use something like an old pattern, dress pattern. And then again, we'll just let that dry before I rip that off. Actually, I might rip it off now. It's coming away quite easily. And pull it off like that. And I actually will put a little bit more here in this corner, so that this is a new bottle of matte medium, so it's a bit full, just around this top corner here. Okay, I really want to cover his ears, so I'll slide that out of the way and just put this down like this. And I will let that one dry as well, or start to dry. It's probably not going to dry completely in the time frame I've got. Now this one here is just lovely, so cute, the little boys, and it is one of the ones, it's one of the original ones that they used to make, and these are Tim Holtz found relatives. It's an original one, and I can tell because of the pattern on the back. They used to come with this pattern on the back. Nowadays they come with a plain back. So this is one of the original ones. So I don't want to stick the back down. I want to be able to access the back of that when it goes into my journal, because if I stick it down I won't be able to see this lovely back on it. I kind of put off using the ones that have got the back on them because I know I can't get them again, and that's all a bit silly really, but you know, that's what I do. I guess that's human nature really. Now with this one here, I'm going to put some washi tape down. This is just a piece of Tim Holtz washi tape or tissue tape, and again it's quite transparent, so even though I'm putting it down you're still able to see some of the image through it. I'll just cut this off, and then I might put a piece up the top too. Actually I'll get another, got this thinner piece, it's got little script writing on it. I don't use these thin ones very much, and I must start to because they're really quite adorable. I'll put a little bit down here to start with. So this is what I think is going to enhance the picture. I could use it just like it is and stick it in the book, but I think it's much nicer to put your own personal spin on things, not just to have them that everyone else has got. Let's tear that off on a bit of an angle, which I've managed to successfully do. And then I have these quote chips. Now these ones are the theories. I can't say that since I've had my dental work done. But anyway, that you can read that there. You have to read it yourself because that's about the only word that I haven't been able to say. So these are from that set, and I wanted to use one of those in here. I think this one's going to be too big, which is a pity because it's quite good for that little photo. I want it to be thin, as in I don't want to use a fat one like this. I want to use a little one, and I quite like this one, Choose to Shine. That's going to go quite well across there, yeah. Now I could use some ink on it, but instead of that I'm going to use some tissue paper. So I'm going back to my matte medium, and I'm going to put a bit on here. So just a bit over the top of it, and I think this will work. It should work. Again, if it doesn't, I'll fix something else with it. And then I want to put something that's got some, it's only thin, so I have to make sure that I get something on there that's actually going to, maybe a, I don't know, maybe a line, and put a line underneath it. And there you go, I put that on. We'll see how that works. A bit more matte medium on top. And I'm going to slide it while it's still damp so that that line is underneath the words. I think that's fine. I'll just chop a bit around so that I can let that dry as well before I do anything more with it. And what that will do, it will just dull that word down a little bit. And even wrap that around there, couldn't I, so that it doesn't get in the way. Yep, I could wrap that around, and I probably will. I'll just chop this end off a little bit though, and then put some more matte medium around the end of it so that it will stick on the back. I probably shouldn't have cut that off then. Now it won't stick down properly, but never mind. Live and learn. Live and learn. Okay, I think that looks good because it's given it sort of, you know, it's not white anymore for a start, and it's given it some of the brown of the tissue paper over the top of it and the line, so it doesn't look like it's, you know, perfect anymore, which I like. That's what I like to do. And then a bit of glue down on it, and I can stick this particular piece down. Let's just put that there, just underneath where that, so I've just come underneath, the washi tape's there, and it's just a smidge underneath that washi tape. You can still see a bit of the button there that was on the tissue paper, and that looks quite cute. Yep, I like that. Now I want to put it into a book. So I've got my journal here, and I'm going to find a page in this. This is my travel journal, and I thought that it might look nice if I put it in here. Just find a page to put it on though. Maybe on this page, that would look quite good. So how I'm going to put this down is I'm going to use some washi tape. So I'll just grab some of that tape. Actually, I might use some different washi tape so it doesn't look the same. And I am putting some just along the very edge here of the photo. Let me do that over here. Oh, okay. Move my picture out and my book out of the way so I can get this done. So I've got some different washi tape this time because I don't want it to be matchy-matchy. And I'm just putting a piece of washi because I don't want to hide that little chap that's on this left-hand side. In fact, I think that that's an issue, so I'm going to take that up. And it's on a shiny surface, so it's coming up quite easily. I'm going to switch washi back to this one, and I'm going to put it at the top because there's plenty of space at the top, and I don't want to cover up the little chap that's, you know, they're right to the edges of this photo. So I will put this washi up the top here. Okay, and then that is going to go in the book here, probably just over that. Right, and then down the bottom here, I'm going to put a little thing. In fact, I might put it on the side. I want to put the photo turn so that it stays in place, and I will put some washi on the back here as well, so when you flip it up, it's going to, you know, you're not going to see that side of the washi tape, but without hiding the image that's on the back too much. So now I've created a little hinge with my washi tape, and then I need to get a photo turn. Now I might use this photo turn. I'm just going to put it down here so it holds on to that photo for me. So the first thing I need to do is to mark where it's got to go with my pencil. So I've just put a little dot there on the page. Get my pokey tool, which I had out before. Let's see, oh here it is, I'll put it back. That's very good of me. And poke it through the scrapbooking paper. So that's going to go through there. Probably need a little bit bigger hole. Okay, now I need a brad, and where's that little photo turn that I had? Here it is. So take my photo turn, if I can pick it up, and put a brad through it. So I've got this brad. I also wanted to try and make sure the brad wasn't too different to the photo turn. I think that one's probably the best. That's copper and that's silver, so they're going to be a bit bright. And then you put your brad through the photo turn. And I'm sure if you've been a scrapbooker like me, you've probably got photo turns left in your stash as well and wondering what to do with them. Hopefully this is giving you some ideas. And then you turn it over to the back, and I've managed to poke that all the way through 2 pages, so never mind, I'll have to fix that later. Never thought to check that. And you open it up. So basically open it up and stick it down, push it down like that. And now on this side you've got a photo turn, and to open the photo you would just turn that up like that and then turn it back again. Adds a nice little bit of interest to that photo. And then on the back here, for now, I will just put some washi tape down. Later, I shall put something, or a pocket or something here. And that will, you know, you won't even know that there's a little photo turn, but just so that there's no injury, I'll put some washi tape over the top of those little prongs for now. And obviously I need to fix the other 2 holes that I made through. But maybe I can put some more photos in. I actually might use those ones as well in a moment. So that is one into my book. Now I'm going to look back at what else we're doing. There's this one here. Now that's pretty dry, so I will trim this off. Just rip this bit here so it's nice and even. Now this has just got the backing on it, so I don't really care if I cover this particular bit of backing up or not. And I have some tags, so I thought maybe I would put it onto a tag. Let me just grab a tag, I'll see what I've got. Now what I was doing in one of my other videos for Friday Flashback is I made this tag. And because it's already got some grunge on it, I'm just going to put this little chap down on here. Before I do that, I wanted to, I think I'm going to cut him. So I don't want it just plain like that. I think I'm going to cut round his head and see how I go with that. So even though I've put that stuff down, I'm now going to just fussy cut him around so that I can have him on the tag without covering up the whole tag. And then just check where there's not much difference between his jacket and the background, so I need to make sure. I've only just gotten to it. Yep. And he can go here, and I'm not sure that I'm not even going to take that away. I might leave that like that. So you can see some of this other stuff that I've been doing on the actual tag in another video. And I thought I may as well use it because it's here on my desk. So I'll put this chap down. And I might just take him up slightly from the bottom and put another quote or something underneath him. Where are my quote chips here? Okay, what about, where's that one? That's a bit wide. I thought I saw another one here that would be good just a minute ago. Oh, here, see the world. I think that one's nice, and because I'm going to do that tissue thing again, only this time I think I'm going to use the remainder of the tissue paper, the serviette that I was just using. So I'll grab that back. I quite like that technique of changing the little quote chip up so that it's a bit different. And I will stick this on here. Oh, there's my palette knife. Couldn't see it for looking. Okay, so I'll just stick this over again because that actually worked and created what I think is quite a nice little technique for altering the words. And there's some tissue now. I might run this piece along here. It won't be up the right way, but that's, you know, not probably going to bother me that much. I don't know whether I need to actually be able to see this a bit more, or I won't see the words. Let's see. Now it's a bit wet. It doesn't want to go down, of course. Oh. Okay, we'll get another bit. We'll start again. These are a bit fiddly because they're little, but I think maybe it'd be easier if you had a whole bunch of them and you did them like all in a flat pack. That would probably be working better. Okay, I might just go to the corner here and put this on, and I will see if this works. Okay. I think that works. You can still see the words through it. Yeah, I think that looks really cute, and it's something a bit different. Glad I thought to do that. Oh. Get this one stuck on. Now I'm going to use a bit of the seam binding and just run that over, put that up here. I might use a bit more actually and tie it into a double bow. It's quite cute when it gets tied into a double bow. This is a piece I've already used, you can tell because it's a bit crushed, but you're not even going to see that once I get this on here. It was just sitting on my table. I've clearly taken off whatever I was using it for and changed my mind, so it's just sitting there looking at me, but begging to be used, so I'm going to use it. Actually, I don't think I need a double bow. I think I just need one bow and put the tails out. Oh. And that can go into my book as well. Off now. Where it's just wherever it comes away will be fine. And if it's a bit resistant, just chop it with some scissors. Be fine. Get a bit messy when you're doing this. I think I get a bit messy all the time actually. Okay, so that's just the beginning for this one. And I want to put some more stuff down on it. So let's start with rip this bit off here too because it's coming over. So what else am I going to put on here? Maybe I will do the same thing. I just wanted to see what this washi was like, whether this would be something I could run on the bottom. Might be a bit too black, I think. Yeah. That's a little too black for me. There's a bit too much black and white in that. We won't put that on, no. Now, I'll take another piece of this washi tape that I was using before and just put it along here. Chop it off. Just to put in like a bottom on the end, so it'll kind of, you know, when you're looking, it'll stop your eye and say, well, that's the bottom of the envelope. And I will also try and find some other things. So I have these tickets that I'm going to put on here. I've got 2 of them sitting here. They can poke up above there. As long as I can still fold it, I'll be happy with that. Yep, so it doesn't matter if the flap of the envelope comes down over there, because when you open it up you'll see them. So I might just glue those down now. Put one here. Oh, I wanted to ink the edges as usual. Haven't done it. Just give it a quick ink before I put that down. Okay, that's all I'm going to get because it's sticky. And I'll make sure I ink the edges on this one. It's probably not as important as the white one, or the cream, you know, the vanilla coloured one actually. So these are some vintage tickets that I own. Got quite a few of them actually, so I like to use them up. There you go. Before I put anything else on, I want to do that photo turn. I was looking for that little one I had before. I think it's disappeared. No, there it is there. Okay. And with this one, I'm going to put it inside the envelope. So I've got a little bit of black cardstock, which I was thinking of gluing, but I actually, yeah. So this one is going to go here on the outside, and it's going to hold this open like that. Okay, so I have to work out where I want it, which will be here, and then poke my hole through. This time I'll try not to poke it through the whole lot, because I still want to be able to get things in and out of here. Quite low actually. I thought it'd be higher up than that, but this is where the hole needs to go. And then I need a little thing to put this on with, not the copper one, it'll stand out too much. These are Tim Holtz brads. You buy them in a packet and they're all different, you know, they're the copper, the silver and the browner one, but it seems like I use the brown one most of all, so the ones I have left are copper and silver. And that might have to do. Oh, just keep them in this little jar so that they don't escape on me and go everywhere. Where's the lid? Okay, can't find the lid now, never mind. Alright, so this will go in here. Make sure if you're using these, when you've got these ones with a little, you know, bit on the end, that it's facing down, because it's what stops the paper from moving around. And then this is actually inside this envelope, and that might be difficult to get it open, but I will try to pull the split pin apart, or the brad, whatever you call them, split pins, brads, it's what they're known as in the crafting world. And then I'll just open this up. Okay, so that's now poked inside of that. I do have to just glue this envelope down. It's just come opened a tiny little bit. And then this envelope can close and get that put up like that. So I will put something else on. Now what else do I want to put on here? I'm going to put this paper, which comes from a pattern, on the top part here. So I'll start by trimming this. I don't know how much of it I want. Let's just see. Okay, so I need it to about, in fact I can just stick that down. It doesn't matter if this sticks to the back of the envelope, because the envelope's getting glued on anyway into the book. And I want to position it so I've got the little kids here on the front. Let's see, because I'm using glue, I'm able to take my time and slide that around to get that where I want it to be. And then turn it over and then cut around. I'll use the light. I'm just holding it up to the light so that I can cut around the edge of the flap of the envelope easily. And then I'll ink the edge. And also along here. So now that sticks down, or that is held down by this little photo turn that I've got on here. Now into the book with them both, because I had an idea that I was going to use them both on the same page. Now I think that I can use it on here because that will mean that I can cover up this branding that I've got down here, and I'm going to use this fellow on the same page and poke him in the top here. All this is fine, this is just the little images of the pattern paper. So I will just put some glue on either side of this. So not all the way over it, just the bottom and the two sides, and create myself a little pocket. And at the same time, get rid of that branding strip that's at the bottom of this page, and just have to wait for that to dry. And then I can poke this chap in here, like that. And then I can open this up, put some stuff in there, which I will do. Put some ephemera or something in there, or some, you know, ticket stubs, some real, you know, these are real tickets, but maybe something from my travels, because this is my travel journal. Now with the photo turns, I've used them in two different ways. I've used them here to hold down the flap of the envelope, but I've also made this little tag and done that with the tissue paper over the top of the words. And I've also used them in this other way, which I'll go back here, and created this flap that goes up. And I could actually put some hidden journaling behind that photo now. So there you go, that's it for today. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. So get out your photo turns and see what you can do with them. This is Deborah. Thanks for watching. Cheers.